Checkmate. The game is over. China just made a move that changes everything. And I mean everything. A leaked internal document from the Shanghai Gold Exchange has revealed the unthinkable. Beijing has established a price floor for silver at $180 per ounce. Not a target, not a projection, a floor. A line in the sand that they will defend with the full economic might of the world's second largest economy. The Western banks are finished. The 40-year suppression scheme is dead. And if you don't understand what I'm about to tell you, you're going to miss the biggest wealth transfer in modern history. What's going on, everyone? This is John from JonFunds AG. This morning, I received information that made me stop everything. I canceled my meetings, I sat down, and I started digging. What I found is so explosive, so game-changing, that I had to get this video out immediately. While American investors were sleeping, while the mainstream media was obsessing over celebrity gossip and political theater, China made their move. They showed their cards. And those cards reveal that they've been playing chess, while the Western banks were playing checkers. Let me break down exactly what leaked. Let me show you why $180 is just the beginning. And let me explain why every single ounce of silver you own just became worth far more than you ever imagined. Here's what we know. An internal memo from the Shanghai Gold Exchange, dated February 18th, 2026, was leaked to several Chinese financial media outlets this morning. The document outlines what they're calling Project Monetary Shield. Inside this document, Beijing has instructed Chinese financial institutions to defend silver prices at a minimum of 1,296 yuan per ounce. Do the math. At current exchange rates, that translates to exactly 180 US dollars. But here's where it gets really interesting. The document reveals that China has been accumulating physical silver for 8 years. 8 years of preparation. 8 years of draining Western vaults. 8 years of planning for this exact moment. The leaked figures show that Chinese state entities now control over 400 million ounces of physical silver. That's not paper contracts. That's not promises. That's metal sitting in vaults in Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing. 400 million ounces. That's almost half of annual global mining supply held by one country. They have cornered the market. And now they're telling the world the real price. Let me explain why China is doing this. This is not about making money on silver. This is about destroying the US dollar's dominance in global trade. Think about it like this. For decades, America has controlled the world through two weapons, the military and the dollar. The dollar is the world's reserve currency. Every country needs dollars to buy oil, to buy commodities, to trade internationally. But what if there was an alternative? What if China created a system where commodities were priced in yuan, backed by gold and silver? That's exactly what they've done. The Shanghai Gold Exchange now offers contracts settled in physical metal, real gold, real silver, not paper promises from insolvent Western banks. By establishing a $180 floor, China is saying to the world, our silver is worth $180. If you want it, pay our price. And by the way, we have 400 million ounces and you have empty vaults. This is financial warfare. And China just launched the nuclear option. Now let's talk about what this means for the Western banking system. The big banks are still short silver. They still have paper contracts promising to deliver metal they don't have. And China just told them the price is $180. Do the math with me. If a bank is short 10 million ounces at $35 and the price goes to $180, that's a loss of $145 per ounce. That's $1.45 billion in losses on one position at one bank. Now multiply that across all the bullion banks, JP Morgan, HSBC, Scotia. We're looking at potential losses in the tens of billions of dollars, maybe hundreds of billions. The leaked document also reveals something terrifying for the shorts. China is prepared to take physical delivery of every single ounce contracted on the Shanghai Exchange. They're not rolling over. They're not settling for cash. They want the metal. This creates a two-market system. You'll have the fake paper price in New York showing $75, and you'll have the real physical price in Shanghai at $180. How long do you think that gap lasts? How long before the entire world realizes the Western price is a fiction? Now, why haven't you heard about this? Why isn't this on CNBC? Why isn't Bloomberg reporting the biggest story in financial history? Because they can't. If the mainstream media admits that China has established a $180 floor, the paper market collapses overnight. The banks become insolvent by morning. The entire fractional reserve system that allows them to sell silver they don't own disintegrates. They need you asleep. They need you distracted. They need you to keep believing that the paper price is real. Because the moment you wake up, the moment enough people wake up, it's game over. And well, consider this your wake-up call. China has revealed their hand. $180 is the floor. Not the ceiling, the floor. That means they expect prices to go much higher. Some analysts inside China are projecting $300, $500. even $1,000 when the full monetary reset occurs. And here you are, watching silver trade at a fraction of that price. You're being given a gift, a cheat code, information that the mainstream doesn't want you to have. Every single ounce you buy today at current prices is like buying a $180 asset for pennies on the dollar. The Chinese government just told you what silver is worth. Are you going to listen? Or are you going to trust the same banks that have been lying to you for 40 years? This is checkmate. China made the winning move. The only question is whether you're positioned to benefit from it. This is John from JonFunds AG. The leaked document changes everything. Get your silver now, before the Western price catches up to the Eastern reality. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with everyone you know. They need to see this before it's too late. I'll see you in the next one. Stay alert. Stay stacking.
Quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Now let's dive in.